Hey, truck drivers, YouTubers, internet trolls. So I did a video, published it yesterday, and on this 120 F-ELD, and so I went into after I published it, checked to make sure, see where it was in the queue as far as if somebody did a search for it. And well, lo and behold, there's about 20 or 30 120 F-ELDs videos or more. I didn't even scroll to the second page, so apparently there's a lot of guys out there doing this. So this may very well be my last one. If there's that many guys doing it, I probably really don't need to do them. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my little series. I've got the first video posted, and it was information about the dashboard, the purchase, and stuff like that, a little installation video. So I think this video here is just going to be my use for one day. And I think what I'm going to do is start out. I've been sitting here for a couple days, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I've been sitting at a Walmart here for about 5 days now. And yes, I'm getting paid pretty well to sit here as far as detention. So I'm not going to go on duty. I'm going to clean some of this stuff up. And basically what I'm looking for is down here I've got 6 alerts down here at the bottom. And so I'm going to try and clean all these alerts up before I head out today. And most of them are going to be found right here in this form on different days. So if you look at this form button here, it's got a little circle and it's got an exclamation point in it. So that means there's something wrong with that day. So I'm going to go back a couple days here and see what I can figure out. There's a check mark on that one, so that one's okay. You see the little check mark, and it's certified. It's got a little check mark. Let's go back a few more just to make sure. And those all seem to be okay. So I'll go back to the first one that has the exclamation point. That's this one. And right, the first thing I'll do is, that was all off duty, so I'm going to go ahead and certify that one. Yeah, and I just put my initials. That's from, you know. Go ahead and certify that. Agree. And I've still got an exclamation point here, so let's see what that is. Go into the form, and it's probably because I don't have a trailer number. It's kind of hard for me to see this thing because I got the sun right in my eyes. So 308T, and it didn't put it in there. What the hell's going on? I can't hardly see this thing. Why is it not letting me? That's weird. Well, for some reason it's not letting me do any input here. I'm not sure why. So, well, that's interesting. Let me see. Let me try going back here. Everything else seems to be working. So I'll try it again. See what happens here. Huh. Well, maybe that's a bug. I don't know. So, well, let me try minimizing that and then doing it. No, still not bringing anything up. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short, and I am going to turn my tablet off and turn it back on and see if that fixes the problem. So I will be back here in just a minute. Alright, drivers, YouTubers, internet trolls, I'm going to try this again. First time I tried this little video, I opened up the 120 F-ELD, and it wouldn't let me input anything in the text boxes. So if that happens to you, try rebooting your Android tablets. I turned it all the way off, turned it back on, and we'll go ahead and try this again. So today I'm going to start out just clearing out all my alerts, the unidentified whatever they are that, you know, this thing picks up. And I've been sitting here 3 or 4 days, so I need to certify some days. So I'm going to select no, I don't want to go on duty. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, you're working, you should be on duty. It's like, yeah, well, I'm going to save every minute I can. So if I go in here and look at my alerts from the 9th, 8th, 7th, and 6th. So I've got to go back to the 6th and start clearing these up. Unidentified driving time. I haven't been driving at all for a week, so this thing's just screwy. So let's go back to the log. And if you look at this form, you'll see it's got that little yellow circle, and it's got an exclamation point. So that's kind of what you're looking for. If it's got a checkbox, you're good to go. So let me go back to the form here, and we are going to go back to, I'll go back to the 5th just to show you the little checkbox. So actually on the 6th it's showing 2 check marks in the form box and the uncertified box. Both of those are good. So I don't know why this alert down here showed whatever it showed, but we'll go to the 7th, and it's certified, but let's check the form. And I already know what this is. So my trailer number is missing, and lo and behold, it's not letting me put my trailer information in. Now, I don't know if that's because I'm not on duty or what the problem is, but it won't let me put any information in there at all. So even when I'm tapping it won't let me do the drop down or anything. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. So I guess what I'm gonna do, it seems to be, I don't know. Well, let me go back, and I think what I'll do, I know I've done this while in sleeper break before, so obviously this isn't a problem with the Android. It might be a bug in the 120 software or something, but I'm connected. You can see up there in the top right corner, I'm connected. Alright, well, let me see if I can even go on duty. So I'm going to go on duty, and I've decided what I'm going to do here, since this app doesn't have the DVIR form, is I'm going to start putting vehicle inspection and 308 and slash, oops, back up here, doggy, 308 and 308 T, and then put no defects. And I don't know if that's going to cover my ass or not. Oh, vehicle inappropriate? That ain't going to work. Damn autofill. So let me get rid of that. Inspection period. Oh. Alright, I'll get this, guys. Bear with me here. Inspection period. No defects. On duty. It shows where I'm at. Let's scroll up here. Save it. Okay, so it's started running, so I'm going to go into the form here. I already did my walk around to try and save time on this video. So let me go. Wait a minute. What did I do here? Alright, that's the 7th. So let me go in here and see if it'll let me put anything in the form. No, it's not letting me put anything in. Oh, I know why. I got it. So I bet you if I go over here to uncertify, yes. Now let's see if I can do it. Bingo. So that's the thing. If you certify it without putting this information in, it's not going to let you put the info in. So, well, we learned something today, right? And 308T and 629. Yankee Bravo Delta. Is that it? No, Yankee Bravo Zebra. Yankee Bravo Zebra. Colorado. And 1031. Oops. Backspace. And the shipper is viewer. Commodity is the tank. Okay, so we got all this filled out now. And I don't have a co-driver. We're good there. I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to go in there and you see the check mark there. And I'm going to certify. Agree. So that should have cleared that one out on the 7th. So I'm going to go back and look at the 6th, the form and everything. I'm going to look at the form, see if it's done. Yeah, okay, we're good there. So, 7th, 8th. So I'm going to have to go back and do the 8th. And today's the 9th. So I'm not going to do that right now. Been on duty for 3 minutes. Well, I got a couple minutes here, so why don't we go ahead and do that, just so I'm frickin' legal. So go into the form, and this is what I hate. I have to put this in every frickin' day. And I'm trying to find a workaround for this, so if anybody knows a workaround, oops, damn it, we're on hold. If anybody knows a workaround for this, now see it's not letting me put it in. Oh, there it is, okay. 308T, 629. Bravo Zebra, Colorado, 1031. I know you guys are bored here, but yeah, what the hell, we're learning, right? M-E-R-E-R. That's not right. M-E-U-R-E-R. And space, and it's a tank. Okay, so this one should be good, so I'll save it. And while I'm at it, again, you know, this. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'll go ahead and pull this one out too, real quick. Okay, 308T. 629. Zebra 1031 MERER space tank. Alright, so that one's done. And I wish all this information would stay persistent. It baffles me why, you know, I got to go in and fill this out every day. And I've sent them an email asking them why I have to do that. So let's go back to the 8th and certify that. Certify, agree. And I've still got 6 alerts. Let's look at those real quick before I drive out of here. Today, unidentified driving time. I haven't moved the frickin' truck. So, I don't know what that's about. So I'll power on, assign to me, and Monday the 8th. So I'm just gonna see if I can check mark all these. Power off, power on, power off, and I'm going to assign all these to me. Okay, go back, and it's still showing 3 alerts. Now, there we go. Log not certified on the 8th. I just did that. I certified these, but let's go back and look at them. What a pain in the ass, right? So let's go back to the 6th. Certify. I'm sure I just did this. Certify. Agree. Here's the checkbox. 7th. Certify. This is fucking boring, right? Certify, certify, agree, check mark, 8th, certify, sign it, certify again, agree. Maybe I didn't hit the agree button or something, I don't know. Or maybe I had to clear that shit out. So now all my alerts are gone down here at the bottom. No more red anything, and I've had about 8 minutes on duty, and I am ready to start driving. So I'm only going to drive about 10 miles, about 20 miles to my destination. So as soon as I start driving, this is going to go to the driving mode automatically. I don't do any input there, so I'll cut this video short, and then when I get to my next stop down the road here, I'm going to go right up to off duty, so I'll start the video then, and we'll kind of patch all these together. So we'll see you here in a few. Alright guys, I'm just about a mile or so from where I'm going to pull into this next Walmart, and basically the reason I'm doing that, I know you guys say Walmart to Walmart. Well, yeah, I don't have any deliveries for Walmart, but the Walmart I was at, they didn't have shit as far as groceries. It's one of the many Walmarts. So I need to get some groceries, and basically at the job site I'm going to, they're going to let me park there overnight, and I'll get unloaded tomorrow morning. So I just wanted to get closer and get my shopping done, and thanks, driver. And I'm gonna leave this video in, even though it's kind of screwed up. When I left the other Walmart up there in Abington, for some reason my F-ELD didn't go into driving mode. Now I went ahead and put it in manually, but it could be that the last update they did, they finally changed that, because I called them and told them that it was really sensitive. You know, it just, as soon as you started moving, it would go into driving mode, and I told them they ought to make that like 5 or 10 miles an hour or 5 minutes or something, and they may have addressed that. So I'll figure that out when I leave the Walmart here. I'm probably not going to leave till about 2 o'clock this afternoon because they don't want me in there too early. And I'm in construction here now, so maybe this video is going to take a little longer than I thought. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pause this video again until I get in the parking lot, and then I'll finish up this portion of it. Alright guys, so I got parked here. What a pain in the ass getting in and out of these Walmarts. Of course, this is one you can't park in at night, which I'm not going to park here tonight anyway. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the yellow bar there. It says driving. And I'm going to go off duty. And in the comments, I'm just going to put off duty. I could put Walmart or anything else, but I don't see why giving them any more information than they absolutely need. So there's that. I will save it. I'm off duty. And like I was saying before I turned it off and paused it again, they must have changed the mode when you go from on duty or off duty to driving. You know, because I was 5-10 miles an hour and it wasn't changing over to driving, so I manually went in there and changed it to driving. And when I leave here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it do it itself and see if that's something they did change. You know, when I got the update, it doesn't give you the option to read what the changes were. I suppose I could go to their website or something to figure it out, but at any rate, I'm off duty. You can see my break is at 7 hours and 13 minutes. So when it hits 4 hours, I'll get my half-hour break because I'll be off duty anyway. And I probably won't head over to the base, the military base I'm delivering to, probably until about 2 o'clock. I'm waiting for a phone call, but they're going to let me spend the night in there, which is unusual. And I'll get unloaded tomorrow, but I'll pause this again for now, and we'll get back to it when I start heading over to Perry Point. Alright guys, here we go again. I'm going to head over to Perry Point where I'm delivering. They're going to let me spend the night there in the parking lot. Basically because my permit runs out today. So one thing I noticed here is while I've been off duty, my brake clock went back to 8 o'clock. So I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I don't see any alerts or anything. So I'm just going to start driving and see if this thing kicks in once I get out on US 40 here, and then I'll pause it again until I'm ready to go off duty and certify and all that happy shit. So here we go. Looks like somebody came through the Walmart parking lot here, undoubtedly one of their professional truck drivers, and took down one of their little decorative trees. I don't know how you can fucking do that, but well, it's truck drivers for you. Wonderful professionals that they are. make this light. This freaking lady will pull out here. Ah, you freaking bitch. Give it a few minutes here to see if it changes. If not, I'll have to go in there and manually change it. And it's still not changing. I'm up to 35. So I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. But I'm going to go ahead and change it, and I'll call support, ask them what the heck the deal is. Driving. Probably have to put something in the comments. Drive and save. Alright, now we're driving. And my brake clock still went to 8 hours. I'm not sure why that is. That should be after 4 hours on duty. I should be able to take my break, and that should reset to 8 hours, but yeah, for some reason when I took that off duty, it doesn't look like I had 4 hours. It reset that clock to 8, so no big deal today, because I'm only running about 20 miles today, so no harm, no foul, I guess. So I'll go ahead and pause this for now, and we'll see you when I get over here at Perry Point. Alright, so I just pulled in the gate here at the VA Medical Center. Looks like my escort guy is coming here right now. One thing I noticed when I stop driving, it just keeps me in driving mode. So that's kind of odd, but no big deal. I'll only been sitting here a couple minutes, so hold on here just a minute. Good.
So still, as soon as you come in through this gate on the left, there's a big parking lot, so it looks like getting right back there.
Okay.
I think you can pull in there.
All right, and then what? Tomorrow morning you'll come get me when you get the crane here.
Yeah. I mean, we're just right over there.
Okay. All right, or you can just give me a call and I'll drive down there. All right. All right, thanks. All right. Man, I hate these streets they've got out east here. They're just narrow. Let's see. Well, he told me to park right over. Anyway, this thing doesn't default to on-duty non-driving like the J.J. Keller did, which is another thing that's just kind of odd to me. But it doesn't really matter, I guess. It does kind of eat into your drive time, though, which is kind of messed up. But so I guess when I get in traffic or something like that, I'm going to have to remember to go off duty. So I'm going to pause this for now. I'm looking for this parking lot the guy told me to go to, and maybe this is it right here. Let's see. Well, it looks like a parking lot to me. So that's where I'm gonna go. Alright. Get turned around here. Get the sun in my back. my little routine. Yeah, it looks like I'm the only one here right now, so I think there were 3 or 4 other of these oversized tanks, probably going to a water plant of some kind. They are all stainless steel construction, so I don't know why they need stainless steel, but whatever. Alright. So, got the lights turned off here. And let's see, I am going to go to on duty, not driving. And once again, I'm going to put vehicle inspection. Trailer number. Right. Oops. 308. 308 slash 308T. Damn it. That's another thing I hate about this. It doesn't always do what you want it to do, but we'll get there. And then I'm going to put no defects. And again, I don't know if this is going to do me any good. I did notice I went to the website, went into the help section, and did a search on vehicle inspections. And apparently, this is something they're going to address in the future. I don't know how far in the future. But I think I said in my last video that the J.J. Keller actually has a section in there to do a truck and a trailer inspection. And if you find any defects, it's got a little drop-down list of about, I don't know, 10, 15 items, tires, lights, whatever. And at least they addressed that on the J.J. Keller. Now, why they didn't put this in the very first place on the 120 unit, I don't know. Maybe they just hurried it into production or something. It's the app that probably requires that, not so much the little box down there on my kick panel. But hopefully they'll get this addressed. And again, I hope they make everything on the form page. I'll go in and check that real quick. I'm hoping that everything on the form page will stay persistent instead of me having to put it in every day. So what I'm going to do today is, I think I'm going to go ahead and certify this once let me see, what are we at here, about 1 minute. I'm going to let it go about 3 or 4 minutes on the inspection, and I'll get out and do my inspection after I finish this video. So at any rate, I still got a couple minutes here, so the form is still filled out, and I'm going to certify it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this program running in the background. I'll just use my back arrow key on the tablet and leave it running. I'm not going to log out. I'm not going to do anything. And then I want to see if tomorrow morning, when I go to log on and get this load unloaded, delivered, I want to see if that trailer number and the shipping information stay persistent that way. That might be the workaround. But again, I think that's something that they should address at 120 as a bug. They ought to change that, or just make it so you have a choice of whether to make the trailer persistent or the shipping papers persistent. That whole area should stay until I delete it. I don't get why it goes away, but we'll figure it out tomorrow. So let's see. I got 2 minutes, and well, we're right at 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead at this point and certify. Certify, agree. Now I believe when you certify, I think that's the trigger to send the information to the dashboard. And I'm going to verify that here in just a couple minutes. I'm going to fire up my Wi-Fi, open up my laptop, go on the dashboard, and see if January the 9th is present on the dashboard. With the J.J. Keller, as I recall, one at the end of the day, I don't even remember if we had to sign it. It's kind of weird. Anyway, it had a submit button. And when you hit that submit button, it would submit your logs to the server. So I'm just guessing that in lieu of the submit button, 120 uses the certify button. And once you sign it, agree, and it's certified, I think that's the trigger to send that data to the web portal. So we will figure that out a little bit later on. I'll let you know tomorrow when I finish up this video. I'll probably just do the logging on, the inspection, and then maybe my unloading. And when I depart, I think that'll be the end of the video. The rest of this is pretty straightforward. I mean, I've even figured out a couple of things today that are kind of weird, and I may have to submit a support ticket via email and just ask them what's going on. But I'll send that email off tonight and see if they reply. If they do reply, I'll pull that email up tomorrow and I'll kind of read it to you and see what they say. So we'll be back tomorrow and try and finish this thing up. And like I say, this is probably the last 120 video I'm going to do, because you know, I looked and there are 1,000 downloads on the app on the Play Store, and it seems like out of the 1,000 guys that downloaded this, there's probably 20 or 30 of them making YouTube videos. So I figure there's enough out there. This will be my last video unless I find something just really extraordinary I want to share. There you go. We'll go ahead, and I think I'm just going to pause this as opposed to shutting it down. And alright, so I unpaused this. And some of you guys may have caught this. I certified before I went into the sleeper berth. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to uncertify. And now I've got 6 minutes on duty for the inspection. I think I'm good there. I'm going to go to sleeper berth. And I'm going to put on here sleeper. I suppose I could put well, you know what, I think sleeper, and I'm going to put just to cover my ass, at delivery point. And they should be able to figure that out, because it says right there Perryville, Maryland. So that way I can kind of fool around. That's another little tip that I figured out with J.J. Keller is instead of going to the truck stop, you know, if I need fuel and a shower, I go in there, get fuel, get showered, and then I use Google Maps to find my delivery point. And if it looks like there's room to park out on the street, I'll just park out on the street in front of where I'm delivering. Or I'll call the receiver and say, hey, you know, you got some place for me to park. And a lot of them understand what we're going through here, and they'll let you park in the parking lot or just outside the gate or something. So that way when I get up in the morning, I can creep around in the truck at, you know, 1 or 2 miles an hour, and it may show an unidentified movement or something, and I could just assign that to the truck. But you know, I figure that way I can get pulled in, I can pull my tarps off, get my straps off, and then go on duty, do my inspection, and show on-duty vehicle inspection, unloading. And then they unload the truck, and I can clear out my the load information, and at that point I can start driving and get ready to go, and I may have saved a half hour, 45 minutes on the clock for that day. Now I know a lot of guys are going to say that's cheating, but hey, you know, if you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough. You know, or you're a company driver that is just waiting for that paycheck at the end of the week and you really don't care. You know, so if you don't like what I'm doing, that's your opinion. I've been doing this for 40 years, 40. And anything I can do to maximize my profits, I'm going to do. But I'm not going to be unsafe about it. I'm not running two logs. I'm not cheating big time. I'm just trying to create a little cushion at the end of the day. So there you go. And I'm going to go ahead and certify this now that I'm in the sleeper. And we'll finish this video up tomorrow while I'm unloading. So we will see you then. Alright guys, my guy just called me, so told me to come on down there where I'm unloading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. Hopefully we're connected. And I think what I'm going to use is, let me see, on duty, not driving. I'm going to say no. I'm connected. That's good. No alerts. That's good. And I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to do on-duty yard moves. I want to see how this works. So, and down here in the comments, I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put at delivery period point. So that way we can kind of see what this on-duty yard moves does. I've done the personal conveyance. I'll maybe do another video on that, or I'll just explain it here a little later. Maybe on the way down I'll explain it right now. So I'm going to save that. It shows on-duty yard moves. And let's head down there. So when I loaded this load, I used the on-duty conveyance because I dropped my trailer at the customer after I loaded it. And I bobtailed to the house because it was only 5 miles from the house. Hell, it was about 30 miles to the yard. So I decided that was probably my best bet, just to save time and money. And so basically all I did is I went off duty on the app, and then I went to that little checkbox and checked personal conveyance. So it was off duty personal conveyance. I drove the truck to the house, and then when I went back to pick up my load Tuesday morning after the holidays, again I fired the JJ Keller up, or not JJ Keller, the 120 up, and I went again to that personal conveyance. And so basically I was off duty personal conveyance to go back the 5 or 6 miles to where my trailer was. And once I got there, and then I went on duty, not driving, did my inspection. I showed, 5-10 minutes on the inspection. And at that point, that's when I went, I think I showed on duty for like 10 minutes. And I also put on their vehicle inspection, loading, and I had to sit there and wait for my permits for about an hour. So I got to show about an hour loading on Tuesday, even though the trailer was already loaded. Again, just saving time. And that's kind of how I did this deal. And it seemed to work pretty good. I do like that it at least has the checkbox to do the personal conveyance. So I can see the crane right over here, and I see my guy walking towards me here, so bear with me. And once we get in here and they're ready to go, then I'll switch over to on duty. So I guess he's just going to have me park right here in the street. And there's a truck behind me. They're probably wondering what the hell's going on. Okay, so I see one other truck here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pause this video because I want to get out and take my straps off. And I think before I do that, hold on a second.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
I think you're gonna go first.
Okay.
I'm asking this guy to maybe get behind you because there's not a whole lot of visibility with the cars.
Oh, okay. So is he gonna come by me? Or is he just gonna stay where he's at, or what's he gonna do?
I told him to get behind you. I'm not sure if he really, his English is a little broken.
I hear you.
I'd say if he does listen, he'll be behind you.
Okay. So what are we going to go in here to the right?
Yeah, you see the crane setting up on the right?
I do?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll get my coat on and I'll get my straps off and be ready to go.
Okay. And if you can, just use your judgment for cars. I'm not sure if it would be easier a little further back or if you're fine right here.
All right, well, I'll be out there, so I'll flag them by if they come.
All right, cool.
All right, guys, so real quick here, I am going to go back to off-duty because I don't know how long it's going to take me to set the crane up. And hopefully this guy doesn't freaking hit me. All right, he's good. I think I'm just going to put wait for crane. And go ahead and save this. So I'm back off duty now, saving my driving time or my on-duty time. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this now, and I'll be back with you here in a bit. Alright guys, well, the crane had to load its counterweights. It looks like he's just about done. So, I can see I've already got 2 alerts down here. Let's take a look at those real quick. Unidentified driving time, unidentified driving time. So, let me see. Click on that and assign to me. And all these I'm going to check mark. I don't know what that one was. I'm just going to assign it to me. And now we're going to go back. I still have 1 alert. There it is. Log not certified tonight. Okay, so I'll have to go back and do that. So, go back to the 9th here. Check my form. That's all good. And certify again. I know I've certified this. But apparently if you got unidentified anything, you have to go in and clear it out and it automatically uncertifies you, so I'll recertify. Agree. Turn that over CB radio down. And my alerts are gone. So let's go back to the 10th. And I'm showing off duty. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go on duty, vehicle inspection, and loading. Which is kind of bass backwards, but yeah, what can I say? Maybe I can change it in the dashboard. So, vehicle inspection, 308 save that. Cannot change duty status while moving. What the fuck? I ran into this before too. So I'm not moving. I got that filled out. And it won't let me save it. Fucking amazing. And this is the kind of shit that this stuff shouldn't even be on the market, you know, if it doesn't work. Just freaking baffles me. So let me try on duty yard move. See if that works. Save. No, it's not going to let me freaking do it. Unbelievable. Alright, so I'm going to go back here. Showing me off duty. I'm on the 10th. I don't know why. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to back out of this thing and restart it and see what happens. You know, that's done that to me a couple times. You can't do something while the vehicle's moving and I'm sitting still. I don't get it. I mean, that's just on duty, not driving. Yes, I'll choose yes, and it still didn't put me on duty. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now I'm on duty, but it took away all that freaking information I put in there. So maybe I can go into here under activity and event, duty change, current location, comment. Okay, I'll do it that way then. Vehicle inspection. 308. So what I'm going to do, I mean, if I get questioned on this about the yard moves or anything else, I'm going to blame the application. I'm just going to tell them, hey, I don't know what was wrong with the thing. I was sitting still. It was telling me I couldn't do anything while the truck was moving. Maybe it's because the earth is moving. I don't know. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Go ahead and save that. Okay, so now I'm on duty. It shows that little asterisk there. It means that I edited that, I guess, which I don't give a shit. We're on duty, connected, and my form is fucked up again. So let me do that. Jeez. You know, that's one thing I hate about this. I mean, if I was doing my old logs, which I did on my laptop, everything is right there. I can see it. And it just, this is just a lot of grief first thing in the morning or at the end of the day, either one. And it just, another reason I don't like, here comes this guy. So let me do this real quick. 1031 and MERUER.
How you doing? Mike.
Hey Mike, how you doing?
Yeah, nice to meet you. We're ready for you. You can pull down there and pull up in front of the crane.
You want me to go straight in or back in?
Straight in, and then you'll be able to pull through.
Okay.
And swing around and come out the same way you came in.
All right.
All right.
Good enough. Mirror. Space. Tank. And I'm going to save that. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and pause this, guys, and we'll see you later. Alright, guys, so I got unloaded, and I don't know, this app did a few strange things on me again. Yeah, wonderful. Man, how do they expect trucks to get in and out here? 10-foot high curbs. Anyway, it did pick me up when I started driving again, so at least it did that. It went, at some point it said, are you driving on duty or off duty not driving? And I just picked off duty or on duty not driving. I apparently sensed the 100 feet that I moved to get up underneath the crane. And so that's what I did in that instance. But after I unloaded and started driving away, it did go into driving mode on its own. Yesterday it didn't do that, and today it did. So I don't know, maybe just a bug. So I'm heading out to get my next load. So this is not much more I need to say about this. Maybe I'll pause it and once I get over to where I'm doing this crane move, I'll fire it up again and we'll see what it does this time. So we'll see in a bit.
Some Democrats are claiming victory over this decision.
Alright guys, so I'm at my pickup. It's a crane move. And so up here I added my new trip number. I'm using trip numbers. I know they want shipping document numbers, but down here I'm going to put a slash, space, and the name of the company is Maxim. And crane parts. So I'm guessing this is the right way to do it, because obviously, I don't want to take that first trip number or that first delivery off until tomorrow. That's the way my old logbooks work, because I did both of these on the same day, so that's why I'm doing that. So I'm all good there. And let's see. Alright, so I'm going to save that. And I did go on duty and I showed on-duty load. So that's the end of this one right here. I don't think there's anything else I need to cover right now. No alerts. I think we're good right now. I could go off duty and wait until they're ready to load me, but everything's on the ground here. I'm at their yard. It's not like I'm at a job site, so this ought to go pretty quick, I'm hoping. So once I get loaded, I'll come back on, and or I might just wait till I get on the road. I'm gonna have to stop and get fuel, and we'll do that little spiel, and I'll see you here in a bit. Hey drivers, YouTubers, and of course my favorite internet trolls. It's been a couple days. I haven't posted my other videos quite yet, and I want to apologize in advance. Some of them are kind of long in the tooth, but it's a lot easier for you to just fast forward than it is for me to edit the damn things. So just keep in mind that I put the videos up because there's something in that content of that video that you probably need to know, and a few things that I've found out. The first thing I want to say is, yeah, there's bugs in this thing. The first bug I found was when it wouldn't change to the driving mode after shutting it down and turning it back on. The following day, it started automatically going into driving mode itself. So it must have been, I don't know if it was something with my Android or with the One20 F-ELD program itself, but that's fixed. And something else that I found, sometimes you'll pull up and stop and try and change your duty status, and you'll get a little box down at the bottom that says you can't do input while the vehicle's moving, and you look around, you're obviously parked, and basically I back out of the program and come back into the program, start it again, and then you can put your change your duty status. So that's another little bug. A buddy of mine said, well, if you wait 5-10 seconds and let the location services catch up to the app, then it'll work. I haven't tried that yet, but that was one of the other things. And let's go ahead and fire this up. And so another thing I figured out, let's go back one day here. So on this particular day, let me see, I was in the sleeper berth, and you see the little blue area up there in off duty. And what I did is I was at the truck stop, and well, in fact, I think it was the day before that. So there's the day that I unloaded, and I went into the sleeper berth, and what I decided I'm going to start doing is, once I'm unloaded, if your trailer is unladen, no load, then that's the time you can use personal conveyance. And that's what that little blue line is there. I went from the truck stop over here at Walmart in Oklahoma City, and I've decided that once I get unloaded, I'm going to drop down, I'm going to do my inspection, and at that point I'm going to go up to personal conveyance off duty. And one other thing I think I'm going to do is, like when I'm going down the highway and I pull into either the shipper, the receiver, or truck stop, I'm going to use the yard move on duty. That's going to save your driving time, and I think it'll make the logbooks look a whole lot cleaner. because otherwise what you end up with is this crap here. You know, it's up and down and across and up and down, and I think if you just do on-duty yard moves, the logs are going to be a lot cleaner, because I guarantee you, DOT looks at that, he's going to scrutinize each and everything. And so I just wanted to make those comments real quick. This is going to be a short video, and I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to talk about here. But again, I think from now on, I'm, you know, like I say, the shipper receiver, truck stops, I'm either going to go off duty or I'm going to go on duty yard moves. And if the DOT wants to argue about it, if I'm off the highway and I'm in a parking lot, that's a yard. I don't care if it's truck stop yard, the customer's yard, whatever. That's how I'm going to start doing it. And hopefully it'll eliminate the program from jumping in and out of driving mode, and then you got to go back to off duty and all that shit. I'm just trying to make my life a little bit easier with less input to this program. So I'm going to give that a try here for the next couple days, and I might do one more video, and then when I get back into Denver here at the end of the week, I'll put all these videos together and put them up on YouTube. But like I say, I apologize for some of them being a little long in the tooth, but take your time and watch them. There's information there I think you might want to know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and have a good day.